Let's go up. Go to a flat spin. What's going on, guys? We are back with another Maiden, and this time is going to be the brand new 70mm F-22 Raptor from Freewing, sold by Motion RC. Pretty ecstatic about this one. The F-22 Raptor, I mean, what can I say about it? It's just an awesome plane. Unfortunately, I haven't had the pleasure of owning the 90 or flying one yet, but obviously, you know, we've all heard great things about that thing. But I have had the 64mm, the V1 and V2 of those, and I flew the dog crap out of that thing. I actually cut rudders into mine. I did ailerons in it. I've done high alphas with that thing, flat spins with that thing, all kinds of stuff. So I feel like should be able to got a grasp of how this one's gonna fly, even though this one's a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier. But nonetheless, it is a pretty good looking plane. Not gonna go over all the details and stuff. I'm sure all you guys have seen it. The one difference with mine, obviously, that you can see is the canopy. I tinted it that copper look there. And I don't know if you can see it inside here, but I changed out the heads-up display that's in there. They had like this little lump of foam in there that just drove me insane. So I just cut that off, and I cut the heads-up display from one of my 64mm canopies, and glued it on there, and it looks 10,000 times better. The skies are overcast here, which kind of sucks. So, you know what I mean, it's not letting a lot of light inside the canopy right now, but it does look pretty awesome. I am running on an 8-channel 8360 receiver, AS3X Plus on it. I got the full setup, ailerons. I'm also running a dual aileron setup as well, because I actually wanted to do crow. And in this crow form, like the way it is now, it kind of stays locked that way, and then roll and pitch or with the tails only. So we'll give that a test out and see how that goes. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that, or I'm going to try it and see how it goes. But I don't have an afterburner unit in it just yet. I need to get one, but I wanted to get this plane out and get it Maiden. So real quick, let's pop the hatch, see what we got going inside. All right, so we're going with the 4400 SMC Success AR8360 here, and I had to move my little black box off to the side here to get that in order. But yeah, man, I'm super pumped for this one, so let's get this thing out on the runway and get it ready for the maiden flight. All right, we got the brand new Freewing 70mm F-22 Raptor out on the runway. She's pretty far out there, but this grass hasn't been cut in a while. It hasn't really been growing much because of the weather change, so I think it should be fine. But I got her out there as far as I can, and hopefully she'll take off. And the sky's kind of stuck. It's actually parting a little bit blue over here, but it's mostly overcast, so hopefully the camera won't have any blur issues or anything like that. Also, before I take off, I want to point out I do have a throttle based gains curved mix. That's a throttle to the roll knob for my AS3X gains, and usually I use that for landings. Basically, the lower the throttle, the higher the AS3X gains, the more throttle, the lower the AS3X gains. And I'll put all those values on the screen there. But without further ado, let's get on with the maiden of the brand new Freewing 70mm F-22 Raptor. Oh yeah, easy, no problems.
Gear up.
Gear's going up.
Flaps up.
Get rid of the flaps. I'm gonna try to keep her close because it is a small plane, and she's already flying absolutely stellar. Let's bring her back down. Come over the runway here. And she is climbing a little bit, and that's because I have the battery set back. So let's try to put the elevator down a little bit. So holy, let's check the ups. I could keep going, but like I said, I want to, man, it's like It's like I'm flying my 64mm. It just feels kind of the same type deal. So let's go up and do a loop here. We're gonna yank on that elevator, see what she does. All right, let's get out of that. I was trying to get her into an alpha, but I got the angle entirely way too extreme. This thing is, I can already tell, the more I get used to it, the more, I mean, look at how tight I am flying this thing. And it's just all sorts of locked in. I knew this plane was just gonna be like easy mode, like just a super fun jet. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if I lost signal there, but it felt like it wasn't responding to my controls there for a second. I don't like that. Let's check out the flaps.
Takeoff flaps.
All right, takeoff flaps are fine. Let's check out. Yep. We're gonna have to not use that crow. Where am I at on time? 30 seconds. So let's get the gear out.
Down 30 seconds. Flaps up.
Get rid of the takeoff flaps that I had it in the entire time. Let's get into my approach. Yeah, I put in crow and it just pitched straight up into the sky. So
10,
let's
9, 8,
see if we can't get ourselves a good landing here.
5, mix active, 4.
All right, that's good. I mean, it's far down there, but like I said, I only had the takeoff flaps in because I have my full flap setting to activate crow, and it pitched straight up into the sky when I did that. So I had to land it with just takeoff flaps. Let's see if we can get her turned around.
3, 2, 1. Time expired.
She's handling the grass just absolutely fine. No issues at all here. And everybody's grass is different. Our grass here, especially on this spot of the runway here, is not very thick. As you can see, it's just rolling just fine. But yeah, man, first flight down of the Freewing F-22 Raptor. You gotta pardon me, I'm a little bit jittery. Even though it went smooth, I'm always a little bit nervous on these maiden flights. But let me pick it up and put it back on the table. I want to check the battery, and we're gonna pop another battery in and get another flight in. All right, so check it out on a 3-minute timer on these SMC 4400s. I still got 37% left on the battery. That's pretty awesome, and I was flying it, you know what I mean, with using a lot of throttle for most of the flight. That's actually awesome. Awesome. You could probably get at least 4, maybe 5 minutes if you're managing the throttle really well and doing lots of low flight. That's actually pretty impressive there. So I'm going to take out that crow mix, and I'm just going to do a regular flaps, full flaps on it. Mix that in real quick, pop another battery in, set her out on the runway, and get her up for another flight. All right, we're ready for flight number 2 with the Freewing 70mm F-22 Raptor. I did take out the crow mix. I actually went in the flap settings and I realized that I had an up elevator mixed with the crow setting, which violently made it pitch up. It should be a down mix, but I just took it out all together. I'm running with regular flaps and a down elevator correction, which should be fine. And I'll experiment with crow some other time. So yeah, man. Without further ado, let's just get this plane up and get on with flight number 2. And she takes off effortlessly off this grass. Like, I don't feel like it has any problems getting up off this grass. Man, I tell you what, this plane is just absolutely, it's actually pretty quiet too. and it's kind of dark, and that sucks, but let's check out inverted. Oh yeah, minimal upstick pressure on the inverted. Let's try something here.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
When I get it slow like that,
Throttle cut off.
it literally loses all control. Not all control, but it's blanking out the control surfaces, and I gotta get, like, point the nose back down and to try to get it start steering again. All right, let's check out my high rates actually, because I want to try something here. Let's do this right here, right now. There's a flat spin. Oh yeah. Flat spin with the F-22. I can do more throw in the taileron to get it to flat spin a little bit better. Let's try to get that again. Try to kind of get it to the moment of stall there. Here she goes. Let's fly out of that before I go crashing into the ground. Yeah, I can do a little bit more throws to make the flat spin more flatter. So I got to do more elevator throw. Holy, this plane is yes, yes, and yes.
Mix active.
It's, get her flying again.
Throttle cut off.
Oh man, what an absolute joy. I could definitely do more elevator. Yes, this airplane is yes. It's very reminiscent of the way I had my 64mm F-22. I tried to snap it there and it kind of like stopped in midair. And I was trying to get it to see which way it would fly out of it. This plane it's just fun. It really is just fun. You can just throw it around. And F-22s are just so forgiving in nature because of a full lifting body. Oh yeah. And I just gotta dial in more rates. I'm in my high rates right now. With the tailerons on. And I really got to get it landed because my timer is already long since expired. So let's bring out the gear. Let's get into the approach over here.
Take off flaps.
Start to get her slowed down.
Mix active.
Turn on my throttle base gains there.
Landing flaps.
All right, a little bit hot, but hey.
Throttle cut on.
Did I lose? Oh my God. It literally
Mix active. Throttle cut off.
Oh no, what an idiot. I'm like, I thought I lost power, and I turned the throttle on because I actually meant to retract my flaps, and I turned the throttle cut on. I thought I had lost all power. I was like, what happened? And there you have it, man. Flight number 2 down with the brand new Freewing 70mm F-22 Raptor. What an absolute beauty of an airplane. Holy. Yeah, if you like to throw planes around and just have genuine fun with them, this one right here, this is insane. Like, it actually really felt very reminiscent of my 64mm, because my 64mm one, like I said, I did tailerons on it, I cut rudders into it, and I used to throw that thing around like crazy, high alphas, flat spins. I actually got to do a more elevator throw. That's all the elevator throw that I have in right now. I definitely need to dial way more than that. And probably more throw in the roll axis as well to get the flat spin a little bit flatter. But it definitely does it with ease, as a matter of fact. Holy man, I'm super pumped, super ecstatic. Let me get it on the table. I want to check out what this battery did, because I flew it 1 minute and 30 over the 3-minute timer mark. So let's put it on the table and check out the battery, see what it's looking like. All right, so on that flight we came down at 14%, which is actually pretty good, and that's 4 minutes and 30 seconds, because I have my timer set for 3 minutes, and I am at show you here, I'm at 1 minute 29 over. So 4 minutes and 30 seconds, 14% on the 4400 SMC. Dude, you can't ask for better than that. All right, and there you have it. That's 2 flights down with the brand new Freewing 70mm F-22 Raptor. Man, I can't say enough of it. I just wish I had more batteries, because I would love to fly this thing some more. But it's getting super dark out here. Dude, I'm pumped with this thing. I'll try to superimpose most of my setups, like my AS3X settings, my taileron settings, things of that nature. On the tailerons, because I do have this plane set for it to for the AS3X to correct in the roll axis using tailerons, but I run a dual elevator setup, not tailerons, with a mix for I think it's right elevator or right aileron to left elevator to do the mix with the in dual elevator to get it to do tailerons. But you have to program it for, you have to program the AS3X with the aircraft type set to taileron first, and then you can go back and switch it to dual elevator. And then, because I just feel like there's more customization in the tails that you can do in terms of rates and things of that nature with the tailerons, if you have it in dual elevator as opposed to just tailerons, because tailerons is very limited. It just kind of just basically whatever you do to the ailerons is what it's going to do to the tails. Doing it in dual elevator, you can do them separately, the ailerons and the elevators, or the tailerons. So I feel like there's just more customization that way. But to get it to correct the roll axis, as I said, you have to set up your aircraft type as tailerons first, activate your AS3X, then go back to aircraft type, and then put in dual elevator, and then you got to make a mix, right aileron to left elevator, to get the tails to go with the ailerons. You just got to make sure that when you do that, because it'll reset your channels every time you change the aircraft type. So, you know, before you go back into it, just make sure that all the channels that you have are set accordingly, obviously. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for me. I've talked long enough. I'm super excited about this plane. It's like I'm rambling on because I'm freaking super pumped and excited about this plane. I wish I had more batteries, but I don't. So until next time, man, I will catch you guys in the next one.